to people who may not have an income that are able to go to these events that seem to be costing quite a bit of money. You and I talked about that previously on the phone, and I thought maybe we could bring that up right away. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, as I had shared with you before, and let me just say, I have actually had a couple of people approach me who, for the better term, I mean, they wanted to market me, and it disgusted me, and it really made me angry. Of course, I had to refocus that anger, which is something that I have been working on a lot. But they indeed brought up the idea of having me tour, doing videos, and basically being a face and charging money at events that I would appear at. And I was absolutely appalled and completely refused. Of course, I tried to be as nice as possible with these people because I don't want to come off as, too aggressive. But this is not why there were many reasons why I chose to come out and, share my experiences, share what I know. And one of the, obviously people need to know what is still going on, and that, it's very much real that Mark Ultra, shadow government, super soldiers, and so much further that I haven't yet even begun to share with what I know and what I experienced, that's still very much alive. Now, this information, as you and I discussed, this information should not come with a price. This information, everyone is completely entitled to, because when it comes down to it, we're all human beings on this earth, and we all have the same rights. So for me to charge, to share this knowledge, would go against everything that I'm expressing, that I'm sharing with people. I just find it really appalling that, obviously there are situations where, some people have to make money, but it can be done in a way that is economical to allow everyone the opportunity to partake in an event or to be able to hear someone speak. Now, with this, I have to, just let people know I'm speaking for myself on this. This is just how I feel. I will never ask for money for, sharing this information, because this is free information. This is information that everybody is entitled to hearing. And that's, that's the bottom line.
I have to say it's very meaningful coming from someone as yourself to have that perspective on things when, you look at some of the people today in this economy, they can't afford to go to some of these things, and that's why I'm doing a show like this, and I really appreciate people like Miriam Delicato and David Corso and you coming on the show and making these messages available like Project Camelot does for free. And I really have to question people who do this on the internet even and charge a price for it, because like you said, the information should be free, and the knowledge has been suppressed for so long, and they're really, again, this is just me speaking, but it's somewhat hypocritical when people are trying to make a difference in the world, and they're feeding the beast, and they're feeding the monetary system and what it's about, and they're going along with it instead of trying to really make a difference in sharing this information, whether it be in a park or not. I mean, everybody can gather in a park. That's what they did at Woodstock, I'm not saying we need to have a Woodstock, but hey, maybe that's exactly what I'm saying. Maybe we need to have a Truth Stock, or we need to have a Project Camelot stock, or something where these people can just come together and join at a big park and have an event. And I know it's possible that might be exactly what the elite want, knowing how they are. They'd have us all in the right spot where they could deal with us, so that might not be the best idea. But to make this information available for free is very important, and I'm glad we could come to an understanding on that, and I respect your opinion and your perspective on that. At this time, I want to bring in Jesse on the radio show. He's going to co-host with me tonight, and we're probably going to get into Project 13. I know, Aaron, you have a lot to say. We didn't get a lot out in the last show that you were on, but you have a lot to say, and I want to give you that stage and be really a facilitator for this information for you to just come out and really to open up and say what you got to say. So let me welcome Jesse to the show. Jesse, are you on the air with us? Okay, my bad. Jesse, are you on the air with us?
Hey, guys. Am I here?
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Aaron.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Jesse? We're going to go ahead and we're going to, I'm sure you're caught up on the show. You've been listening. Where we're at right now is Aaron really has a lot to say, and I want to provide a place for him to speak on that. He's been doing a couple other radio shows, and I have to say I'm very thankful that Aaron respects this show enough to come on here and know that this is a grassroots movement and that we're providing this information to people for free. And I really think that that's why he's taken the time out to do this. And I hope people just sit back, listen, and enjoy Aaron Locked and Loaded.
All right. Well, there's quite a few things that I really want. There's so much I want to cover, but tonight specifically, there are two things that recent information has come to me, and it's very important. And not only has recent information come to me, but some people that are very close to me who were absolutely involved in, two specific projects under Mark Ultra and the shadow government, Project Montauk and Project Monarch. That could be a whole nother show just discussing them. So I'm not going to really get into the details of what Project Monarch and Project Montauk is, but what I am going to get into details, and this will be a little bit later on because it's far more in depth than the other information I have, but this is an issue. This is something that's still very much going on that people need to hear. But before I really get into that, I want to discuss Project 13. Now, before I really get into the details of Project 13, I need everyone to understand that I have some pretty substantial information about this, and then I have some other information that I am still very much researching and trying to get answers for. So what I am going to tell you about Project 13 is solely based on what I know for fact, but a lot of it is still in the works of trying to get things confirmed. How did Project 13 come up? Okay. Well, myself and several other people that I have come in contact with, we all seem to have something in common. Now, these people who I'm talking about are other people that were part of Project Talent. I will not release their names because I did not discuss with them prior to it, so I have to respect their anonymity. We all have something in common, and that is the number 13, whether it was a designation for a personality alter or whether it was actually a military serial number that was designated for us, such as mine, which was serial number 13-01957. I have another person who had simply 13. That was the designation for one of his personality alters, and it goes on and on. Another person that was 13021, I believe. I don't know if I have the exact, if it was 12 or 21. But other than that, here's something that happened. Now I'm going to go a little bit down the rabbit hole, so please bear with me. I had an incident that happened several months ago where I had actually switched into one of my alters, and I can't say his name because I'm sure he's listening, and he was the one that witnessed it, Dave Corso. I was at his place, and I had switched into a personality. When I do switch into these alternate personalities, what we call alters, when I come out of it back into this personality, I do have no memory of what took place. But here's what took place. I had, I guess, begun to blow the whistle on what this alter of mine labeled as Project 13, and had actually taken some notes. I have those notes at a very safe location. What was explained, and then what I also know now, is that Project 13 was a designation that has to do with the actual, the science behind splitting alters. So I started doing some research, and I had come across an institute that deals solely with DNA research that is located in the United Kingdom. This research company